Hey everybody, so I dropped this randomly on Twitter, I think about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, that I'd suddenly discovered something that I was really enjoying, and it's going by the name Bardcore. Just the name. That's a lot of fun. So what it is popular songs redone, they're covers done in a style reminiscent of medieval minstrels. If you ever go to Ren fairs or in some medieval set fantasy-ish movies, except they're doing pop songs. And it's a lot of fun. And when I said, I'm so happy to have found this, somebody pointed out that it hasn't actually been around that long. Which was kind of weird, because I thought I could have sworn, I'd heard this sort of thing before, at a Ren fair. But then again, I also can't specifically recall having heard anything like this, and maybe it's the kind of thing that I imagined I would have heard. I don't know. It's a little odd. It is a lot of fun though, and while all the stuff that's out there that I've found, I kind of fell down a rabbit hole on this a little bit, I won't lie. It has a very similar sound because there's a very distinct sound to that style of music, but a lot of them don't have lyrics. Some of them do. Some of the ones who have lyrics have sort of taken them and removed modern references and changed them up with Middle English, terminology and phrasing. It's not Old English, it's Middle English, all right? I had to read Canterbury Tales. I know the friggin' difference. It's just a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it, except it really did start to bug me that it seems to have, come out of nowhere. I'm not great at research. I'm open about that. I admit to that. And I tried to look into it a little bit more on YouTube, and I kind of hit a wall quickly. Nearly everything that I could find has only been around for a month or less. Not just the songs themselves, but most of the channels that these things are on didn't exist. My point is, I went through this. I looked up a lot of these places, and they've all come out of nowhere. Look, some of these are really good. I kind of fell down this rabbit hole initially because I had stumbled upon Hildegard von Blingen, and that channel's only been around for about a month, and I found all this stuff. Listen to this. Greywick, a month, and before that, the channel had been around for a couple of months prior to that, doing videos on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. There's Samus Orticus, started 3 weeks ago and only just started doing lyrics. The Miracle Liner, a month ago. Dr. Been on YouTube for 6 years, but only started doing Bardcore out of nowhere a month ago. Palace Party's only been around for a month. Modern Music of the Dark Ages, a month. Marcus Aurelius, 1 month. Wisterstone, 3 weeks. DJ Monk, 1 month. Constantine, 1 month. Joseph C. Faze has been around for 3 years, but suddenly went medieval 3 weeks ago. Janny hasn't uploaded anything in 8 years, and then all of a sudden 2 weeks ago started uploading Bardcore. Georgius Cole, I don't know how to say this, but 3 weeks ago, came out of nowhere. Jimmy Jams, 3 weeks ago, came out of nowhere. Mystic Zaru, the channel's been live for 2 months, but has only been medieval for 2 weeks. Again, without warning. Early Style, been around for 2 weeks. Off Key Arts has been around for 3 years and been medieval for only 2 weeks. I was really starting to get paranoid that I couldn't find anything that had been around for more than a month. I got a little bit further because I found Cornelius Link, which has been around for 2 months, but that's not much to go on. There isn't much going on beyond that. Now, I found some random outliers, but they're so far out that I can't assume that it actually means anything. So there's Our Symphonic Life, which did Party in the USA in a medieval style 10 years ago. Now that channel only has 6 videos on the entire channel. It hasn't uploaded anything in 8 years. Plus the fact that it actually has a full proper music video, and it's not just the medieval tapestry thing that all the rest of them have put up, because they all do that. They all have the exact same image, the exact same thing. Most of them have that set up as their channel image as well, in addition to being the image and the thumbnail for every single individual piece of music that is doing this. But like I said, that's so far out, and it's an outlier. Musical styling, yes. Presentation and everything else, no, doesn't match. So that didn't work. Then there's Algail the Bard, did a System of a Down song in this style about 2 years ago, but then did no medieval music until 3 weeks ago. I think the closest thing to originator that I can find on this, but again, I can't be sure because I can't dig, I'm not good at digging through archives, but there's LGB0, which random friggin' meaningless letters and numbers, like it feels like it was created by like a machine or an algorithm or something. But so a year ago, that channel, which has been around for a while and did stuff before and did stuff after, but a year ago, that channel did a medieval style version of Mario Odyssey's main theme. Now, that one has that style of image, it lists medieval, it even has hashtag Bardcore. The problem is, I don't know if that stuff was added new because this sort of thing is suddenly taken off. Was it always presented like that? And it just took longer to take off? Or was it just in that musical style and now it's jumping on the bandwagon? I don't know, but I'm really suspicious about that name because that name, like I said, look, I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. Come on, let me show you. Okay, so I haven't got all this worked out yet, but I think I've got all the pieces in play. So, look, obviously, aliens is what we're dealing with. Now, the problem is trying to figure out what kind of aliens, because the thing is, Starman, is it E.T.? If it's E.T., is it also E.L. James? I've always thought there was a connection. At least I think he was right. It's also possible that he was in on the whole thing the whole time, and it's all a mystery. It's too obvious, so it's never the CIA. So the division here, JFK, as it wraps up, you've got the GL to the whole, and you get 42, answer to life, of the universe, and everything, and that is why this music's really good. Yeah. That's the point I was getting at.